yourself, a hidden conversation with yourself. The ink is faded, turning into brown. I'm feeling like the world is crashing down. It's just a sentence written long ago. Before the world was buried in the snow. Note beneath the book, a secret kept inside, a place where all our love began to hide. I'm reading every word and every line, wishing that your hand was held in mine. The paper's brittle, ready to be torn. I'm wishing that we never had been born. The context of the message is a lie, just like the final broken sad goodbye. I'm putting it away to stay unseen, forget the places that we should have been. Note beneath the book, a secret kept inside, a place where all our love began to hide. I'm reading every word and every line, wishing that your hand was held in mine. Don't burn the paper, let the message stay. I need to keep the memory of the day. Between the reading and the final close, I'm dealing with the thorns upon the rose. Note beneath the book, a secret kept inside, a place where all our love began to hide. I'm reading every word and every line, wishing that your hand was held in mine. The leaves are turning yellow on the vine. I'm trying hard to drink this bitter wine. The air is changing, getting crisp and cold, just like the story that we have been told. The heat is leaving, vanishing in mist, a memory of the lips that I once kissed. Last breath of summer, sighing in the trees, bringing all the sorrow to my knees. The golden days are buried in the frost, a monument to everything we lost. I don't think I can take it anymore. The world is graying in the dying light, preparing for the long and winter night. Last breath of summer, sighing in the trees, bringing all the sorrow to my knees. The golden days are buried in the frost, a monument to everything we lost. Don't rush the winter, let the season slow. I'm learning how to let the feeling go. Between the summer and the coming snow, I'm watching how the lonely gardens grow. Last breath of summer, sighing in the trees, bringing all the sorrow to my knees. The golden days are buried in the frost, a monument to everything we lost.
The surface is a mirror for the sky. I'm watching all the clouds go drifting by. The lake is deep and filled with heavy rain. It hides the deepest secrets of my pain. I throw a stone and watch the ripples spread, thinking of the things that you once said. Still waters run deep, covering the ache. I'm shivering for every breath I take. There's nothing on the surface to be seen, but darkness in the places that have been. I dip my fingers in the icy blue, trying to find a piece of honest you. But all I feel is cold and quiet dread, echoing the life that we once led. The world is moving on without a sound, while I am staying anchored to the ground. Still waters run deep, covering the ache. I'm shivering for every breath I take. There's nothing on the surface to be seen, but darkness in the places that have been. Don't stir the surface, let the quiet be. I'm drowning in this dark and lonely sea. Between the stillness and the rising tide, I've nowhere left for all this love to hide. Still waters run deep, covering the ache. I'm shivering for every breath I take. There's nothing on the surface to be seen, but darkness in the places that have been. The lamp is flickering a dying light, preparing for the coming of the night. The figures move in rhythm on the paint. Their voices are a whisper, soft and faint. I'm sitting here with nowhere left to go, watching all the patterns start to grow. Shadows on the wall, puppets of my grief, offering a jagged, painful kind of relief. They stretch out like a monster in the dark, leaving on my soul a permanent deep mark. They act out all the scenes we used to know, a theater of sorrow and of woe. I reach to touch them, but they fade away, just like the memory of another day. I'm trapped within the silence of the room, woven in the fabric of the gloom. Shadows on the wall, puppets of my grief, offering a jagged, painful kind of relief. They stretch out like a monster in the dark, leaving on my soul a permanent deep mark. Don't turn the light off, let the images stay. I'm scared to face the world the other way. Between the light and all the deep dark shade, I'm watching how the life I built has frayed. Shadows on the wall, puppets of my grief, offering a jagged, painful kind of relief. They stretch out like a monster in the dark, leaving on my soul a permanent deep mark.
The house is groaning under heavy weight. I'm standing by the entrance of the gate. I swear I hear your footsteps on the floor, coming back to knock upon the door. The air is thin and vibrates with a sound that shouldn't be inside when you're not found. Whispers in the hallway, calling out my name, playing such a cruel and haunting little game. I turn the corner, but I find it bare. The scent of you is lingering in the air. It's just the wind that rattles in the vents, a mocking sort of ghostly recompense. I'm searching for the ghost of what we had, feeling ever lonely, feeling ever sad. The walls are listening to every breath. I'm scared to death of this little death. Whispers in the hallway, calling out my name, playing such a cruel and haunting little game. I turn the corner, but I find it bare. The scent of you is lingering in the air. Don't speak so softly, let me hear the truth. I'm mourning for the ending of our youth. Between the shadow and the empty room, I'm finding all my comfort in the gloom. Whispers in the hallway, calling out my name, playing such a cruel and haunting little game. I turn the corner, but I find it bare. The scent of you is lingering in the air.
The sky has turned a heavy shade of lead. I'm lying here with spinning in my head. The window pane is shaking in the gale. I'm feeling thin and I am looking pale. The rhythm of the storm is hitting hard, like all the scattered pieces in the yard. Raindrops on the glass, blurring out the view. Every single drop is crying out for you. The world is wet and gray and washed in tears, adding to the weight of all these lonely years. Trace the water running down the frame and try to find a reason or a name. The thunder rolls a low and distant sound while I am staying buried in the ground. The cold is seeping in beneath the sill. Everything is quiet, everything is still. Raindrops on the glass, blurring out the view. Every single drop is crying out for you. The world is wet and gray and washed in tears, adding to the weight of all these lonely years. Surface, let the water stay. I need to watch the light turn into gray. Between the storm and all the things I feel, I'm trying hard to find what's left of real. Raindrops on the glass, blurring out the view. Every single drop is crying out for you. The world is wet and gray and washed in tears, adding to the weight of all these lonely years. The sun is dipping down behind the hill. The garden air is damp and very still. The chair is sitting facing out the door, the one that you don't visit anymore. I see the cushion pressed where you once sat, a quiet reminder of where we were at. Empty chair at dusk, waiting for your touch. I never knew I'd miss you quite so much. The wood is cold, the seat is bare and wide. With all the grief I'm keeping deep inside, shadows stretch across the porch and lawn. I'm realizing that the light is gone. I hear a noise and turn to see your face, but find myself in this deserted space. The evening settles in a shade of blue. Everything I see belongs to you. Chair at dusk, waiting for your touch. I never knew I'd miss you quite so much. The wood is cold, the seat is bare and wide. With all the grief I'm keeping deep inside. Don't hide it from my sight. I need to keep the memory of the light between the dusk and falling of the night. I'm trying hard to hold the ending tight. Empty chair at dusk, waiting for your touch. I never knew I'd miss you quite so much. The wood is cold, the seat is bare and wide. With all the grief I'm keeping deep inside. Tucked behind the dusty frame, a picture of a face without a name. The colors blur to sepia and white, a relic from the middle of the night. We look so happy, vibrant and so bold before the story of our love grew cold. Faded Polaroid, a ghost within my hand, a piece of time I'll never understand. The edges fray, the image starts to tear, like all the love melting into shades of gray. Another piece of me that's slipped away. I run my thumb across the glossy skin, remembering the place that we had been. The frame is empty now, the wall is bare, a monument to love we couldn't share. Faded Polaroid, a ghost within my hand, a piece of time I'll never understand. The edges fray, the image starts to tear, like all the love that's lost into the air. Don't fix the focus, don't try to bring it back. I'm walking down this long and winding track, between the memory and the present pain. I'm learning how to stand inside the rain. Faded Polaroid, a ghost within my hand, a piece of time I'll never understand. The edges fray, the image starts to tear, like all the love that's lost into the air. The clock is striking 12 upon the wall. I'm watching shadows dance and slowly fall. The porcelain is warm against my hand, lost in the quiet of this lonely land. I stir the leaves and watch them settle deep into the promises we couldn't keep. Midnight tea leaves floating in the dark, a dying flame that barely holds a spark. The steam is rising, vanishing in air, a silent witness to my deep despair. The room is filled with echoes of your name. I'm trying hard to douse the hidden flame. The house is sleeping silent as the grave. I'm counting all the things I couldn't save. The bottom of the cup is all I see, a reflection of the ghost you left with me. Midnight tea leaves floating in the dark, a dying flame that barely holds a spark. The steam is rising, vanishing in air, a silent witness to my deep despair. Don't ask me why I sit here in the night, hiding from the harshness of the morning light. Between the warmth perfectly, achingly still. Midnight tea leaves floating in the dark, a dying flame that barely holds a spark. The steam is rising, vanishing in air, a silent witness to my deep despair. Ceramic with both of my hands, tracking the rhythm of the shifting sands. The water inside was boiling before, watching how the shadows hit the bottom floor. Now the white surface is dropping the heat, where the original promises and the end meet. It's not really hot and it's not really cold, answering the stories that will never be told. It's the warmth of a lukewarm mug, degree by degree, watching how the vulnerability starts to sink in me. A minor temperature and a minor sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No sharing the liquid and no keeping the glow, just the shrinking vibration of the things we know. The thermal decline is total in a design, reflecting the pressure on your destiny and mine. We shared the hot flavor on a wintry night, before the sudden shorting of the hallway light. Now the lukewarm stagnation is steady and pure, a stationary treatment that will finally endure. I press the clay body close to my chest, listening to the silence coming out of the west. Don't drink the liquid, don't let the heat drop. The honesty is hidden when the movements all stop. Between the first boil and the cold of the wall, I am finding the redemption in the center of the fall. It's the warmth of a lukewarm mug, degree by degree, watching how the vulnerability starts to sink in me. A minor temperature and a minor sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No sharing the liquid and no keeping the glow, just the shrinking vibration of the things we know. I stand by the brick wall under the night, in the dim reflections of the regular light. The brickwork is narrow and the brickwork is tall, nowhere to run and no place to fall. I can hear the rhythm of the shoe leather sound, moving away from the stony ground. The volume is dropping with every small beat, answering the silence of the empty street. It's fading footsteps in the alley, thud by thud, answering the exit and the original flood. A acoustic departure and an acoustic sort of rest. solitary sound. The distance is growing in a linear design, reflecting the pressure on your destiny and mine. We walk through this entry on a saturated morn, before the realization that the fabric was torn. Now the separation is steady and pure, stationary treatment that will finally endure. I listen until the vibrations are gone, waiting for the heavy approach of the dawn. Don't follow the noise, don't let the walk stop. The dignity is hidden when the temperatures drop. Between the first step and the silence of the hall, I am understanding every second of the fall. It's fading footsteps in the alley, thud by thud, answering the exit and the original flood. An acoustic departure and an acoustic sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No matching the pace, no turning around, just the shrinking echo of the solitary sound.
The bench is made of iron and the bench is so cold, answering the stories that will never be told. I sit under the plastic canopy frame, whispering the vowels of your regular name. The street is deserted, the traffic is slow, reflecting the patterns of the things that I know. A single red light is blinking ahead, answering the sentences that you never said. It's a long wait at the bus stop, coach by coach, watching the headlamps as they slowly approach. A street side delay and a street side sort of rest, filling up the vacancy inside my vest. No riding together and no finding the seat, just the cold asphalt where the solitudes meet. The timetable is outdated on the metal post, walking with the shadow of the original ghost. We caught the late transit on a sunny afternoon, before the realization that the end was coming soon. Now the stagnation is steady and pure, a stationary treatment that will finally endure. I watch the exhaust of the vehicles pass, thinking of the fragility of the glass. Don't step off the curb, don't let the pacing stop. The dignity is hidden when the temperatures drop. Between the first block and the end of the line, I am finding the boundary of your world and mine. It's a long wait at the bus stop, coach by coach, watching the headlamps as they slowly approach. A street side delay and a street side sort of rest, filling up the vacancy inside my vest. No riding together and no finding a seat, just the cold asphalt where the solitudes meet.
is gray and the ocean is white, casting cold bubbles on the shoreline side. My boots leave a deep mark along the flat coast, walking with the shadow of the original ghost. The impressions are clear in the dark, heavy earth, answering the value of the original word. I look back behind me to see where I step, answering the secrets that I actually kept. It's footprints on the wet sand, step by step, tracking the boundary that the water swept. A hollow outline and a hollow sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No walking together and no matching the stride, just the cold washing of the oncoming tide. The indentation sinks in a linear design, mirroring the patterns of your destiny and mine. We ran by the breakers a summer ago, watching the foam and the white ripples grow. Now the erosion is steady and pure, a stationary treatment that will finally endure. I watch the next wave smooth the surface away, answering the questions of the fading day. Don't stop the water, don't let the shore freeze. The dignity is hidden in the moving breeze. Between the first mark and the level flat floor, I am understanding the unopened door. It's footprints on the wet sand, step by step, tracking the boundary that the water swept. A hollow outline and a hollow sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No walking together and no matching the stride, just the cold washing of the oncoming tide.
The wooden lid is propped open wide, showing the long row of the ivory inside. I look at the surface of the black and the white, in the dim reflections of the afternoon light. A fine gray powder is covering the board, exactly where the fingers used to strike the chord. The strings are all silent, the pedals are still, answering the ticking of the iron will. dust on the piano keys, note by note, like a silent sentence in a heavy coat. A gray accumulation and a gray sort of rest, filling up the vacancy inside my vest. No playing the song and no making the sound, just the settled evidence on the quiet ground. The sediment is heavy in a linear design, mirroring the patterns of your destiny and mine. We played the sweet verses in the middle of May, before the quick stripping of the fading day. Now the immobility is steady and pure, a stationary treatment that will finally endure. I reach out a finger, but I do not press, thinking of the music that we used to possess. Don't wipe the ivory, don't let the dust fly. The dignity is hidden from the unprotected eye. Between the first melody and the end of the score, I am understanding the unopened door. It's dust on the piano keys, note by note, like a silent sentence in a heavy coat. A gray accumulation and a gray sort of rest, filling up the vacancy inside my vest. No playing the song and no making the sound, just the settled evidence on the quiet ground. The wooden frame open wide, watching the curtain swing from side to side. A sudden shiver runs across my skin, answering the quietness that grows within. The sun is setting behind the gray block, listening to the clicking of the silver clock. There is a chill in the middle of the room, bringing the first shadow of the evening gloom. It's a cold breeze through the window, chill by chill, finding the resistance of the iron will. A sharp movement and a sharp sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No staying warm and no locking out the air, just the cold reminder that you are not there. The draft is constant in a linear design, reflecting the pressure on your destiny and mine. We stood by this glass when the autumn was bright, before the sudden shorting of the hallway light. Now the low temperature is steady and pure, a stationary treatment that will finally endure. I watch the thin fabric flutter and shake, answering the rhythm of the original ache. Don't slide the latch, don't let the air stop. The dignity is hidden when the degrees drop. Between the first gust and the dark of the hall, I am finding the redemption in the center of the fall. It's a cold breeze through the window, chill by chill, finding the resistance the iron will. A sharp movement and a sharp sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No staying warm and no locking out the air, just the cold reminder that you are not there. I found it lying open on the shelf, a hidden conversation with yourself. The ink is faded, turning into brown. I'm feeling like the world is crashing down. It's just a sentence written long ago, before the world was buried in the snow. Note beneath the book, a secret kept inside, a place where all our love began to hide. I'm reading every word and every line, wishing that your hand was held in mine. The paper's brittle, ready to be torn. I'm wishing that we never had been born. The context of the message is a lie, just like the final broken sad goodbye. I'm putting it away to stay unseen, forget the places that we should have been. Note beneath the book, a secret kept inside, a place where all our love began to hide. I'm reading every word and every line, wishing that your hand was held in mine. Don't burn the paper, let the message stay. I need to keep the memory of the day. Between the reading and the final close, I'm dealing with the thorns upon the rose. Note beneath the book, a secret kept inside, a place where all our love began to hide. I'm reading every word and every line, wishing that your hand was held in mine. The leaves are turning yellow on the vine. I'm trying hard to drink this bitter wine. The air is changing, getting crisp and cold, just like the story that we have been told. The heat is leaving, vanishing Last breath of summer, sighing in the trees, bringing all the sorrow to my knees. The golden days are buried in the frost, a monument to everything we lost. I see the light is dimming in the west. I'm putting all my heavy heart to rest. The autumn wind is howling at the door. I don't think I can take it anymore. The world is graying in the dying light, preparing for the long and winter night. Last breath of summer, sighing in the trees, bringing all the sorrow to my knees. The golden days are buried in the frost, a monument to everything we lost. Don't rush the winter, let the season slow. I'm learning how to let the feeling go. Between the summer and the coming snow, I'm watching how the lonely gardens grow. Last breath of summer, sighing in the trees, bringing all the sorrow to my knees. The golden days are buried in the frost, a monument to everything we lost.
The surface is a mirror for the sky. I'm watching all the clouds go drifting by. The lake is deep and filled with heavy rain. It hides the deepest secrets of my pain. I throw a stone and watch the ripples spread, thinking of the things that you once said. Still waters run deep, covering the ache. I'm shivering for every breath I take. There's nothing on the surface to be seen, but darkness in the places that have been. I dip my fingers in the icy blue, trying to find a piece of honest you. But all I feel is cold and quiet dread, echoing the life that we once led. The world is moving on without a sound, while I am staying anchored surface to be seen, but darkness in the places that have been. The surface, let the quiet be. I'm drowning in this dark and lonely sea. Between the stillness and the rising tide, I've nowhere left for all this love to hide. Still waters run deep, covering the ache. I'm shivering for every breath I take. There's nothing on the surface to be seen, but darkness in the places that have been. The lamp is flickering, a dying light, preparing for the coming of the night. The figures move in rhythm on the paint. Their voices are a whisper, soft and faint. I'm sitting here with nowhere left to go, watching all the patterns start to grow. Shadows on the wall, puppets of my grief, offering a jagged, painful kind of relief. They stretch out like a monster in the dark, leaving on my soul a permanent deep mark. They act out all the scenes we used to know, a theater of sorrow and of woe. I reach to touch them, but they fade away, just like the memory of another day. I'm trapped within the silence of the room, woven in the fabric of the gloom. Shadows on the wall, puppets of my grief, offering a jagged, painful kind of relief. They stretch out like a monster in the dark, leaving on my soul a permanent deep mark. Don't turn the light off, let the images stay. I'm scared to face the world the other way. Between the light and all the deep dark shade, I'm watching how the life I built has frayed. Shadows on the wall, puppets of my grief, offering a jagged, painful kind of relief. They stretch out like a monster in the dark, leaving on my soul a permanent deep mark.
house is groaning under heavy weight. I'm standing by the entrance of the gate. I swear I hear your footsteps on the floor, coming back to knock upon the door. The air is thin and vibrates with a sound that shouldn't be inside when you're not found. Whispers in the hallway, calling out my name, playing such a cruel and haunting little game. I turn the corner, but I find it bare. The scent of you is lingering in the air. It's just the wind that rattles in the vents, a mocking sort of ghostly recompense. I'm searching for the ghost of what we had, feeling ever lonely, feeling ever sad. The walls are listening to every breath. I'm scared to death of this little death. Whispers in the hallway, calling out my name, playing such a cruel and haunting little game. I turn the corner, but I find it bare. The scent of you is lingering in the air. Don't speak so softly, let me hear the truth. I'm mourning for the ending of our youth. Between the shadow and the empty room, I'm finding all my comfort in the gloom. Whispers in the hallway, calling out my name, playing such a cruel and haunting little game. I turn the corner, but I find it bare. The scent of you is lingering in the air.
The sky has turned a heavy shade of lead. I'm lying here with spinning in my head. The window pane is shaking in the gale. I'm feeling thin and I am looking pale. The rhythm of the storm is hitting hard, like all the scattered pieces in the yard. Raindrops on the glass, blurring out the view. Every single drop is crying out for you. The world is wet and gray and washed in tears, adding to the weight of all these lonely years. Trace the water running down the frame and try to find a reason or a name. The thunder rolls a low and distant sound while I am staying buried in the ground. The cold is seeping in beneath the sill. Everything is quiet, everything is still. Raindrops on the glass, blurring out the view. in tears, adding to the weight of all these lonely years. Don't wipe the surface, let the water stay. I need to watch the light turn into gray between the storm and all the things I feel. I'm trying hard to find what's left of real. Raindrops on the glass, blurring out the view. Every single drop is crying out for you. The world is wet and gray and washed in tears, adding to the weight of all these lonely years. The sun is dipping down behind the hill. The garden air is damp and very still. The chair is sitting facing out the door, the one that you don't visit anymore. I see the cushion pressed where you once sat, a quiet reminder of where we were at. Empty chair at dusk, waiting for your touch. I never knew I'd miss you quite so much. The wood is cold, the seat is bare and wide. With all the grief I'm keeping deep inside, shadows stretch across the porch and lawn. I'm realizing that the light is gone. I hear a noise and turn to see your face, but find myself in this deserted space. The evening settles in a shade of blue. Everything I see belongs to you. Chair at dusk, waiting for your touch. I never knew I'd miss you quite so much. The wood is cold, the seat is bare and wide. With all the grief I'm keeping deep inside. Don't hide it from my sight. I need to keep the memory of the light between the dusk and falling of the night. I'm trying hard to hold the ending tight. Empty chair at dusk, waiting for your touch. I never knew I'd miss you quite so much. The wood is cold, the seat is bare and wide. With all the grief I'm keeping deep inside. tucked behind the dusty frame, a picture of a face without a name. The colors blurred to sepia and white, a relic from the middle of the night. We looked so happy, vibrant, and so bold before the story of our love grew cold. Faded Polaroid, a ghost within my hand, a piece of time I'll never understand. The edges fray, the image starts to tear, like all the love that's lost into the air. Your smile is melting into shades of gray, another piece of me that's slipped away. I run my thumb across the glossy skin, remembering the place that we had been. The frame is empty now, the wall is bare, a monument to love we couldn't share. Faded Polaroid, a ghost within my hand, a piece of time I'll never understand. The edges fray, the image starts to tear, like all the love that's lost into the air. Don't fix the focus, don't try to bring it back. I'm walking down this long and winding track, between the memory and the present pain. I'm learning how to stand inside the rain. Faded Polaroid, a ghost within my hand, a piece of time I'll never understand. The edges fray, the image starts to tear, like all the love that's lost into the air. The clock is striking 12 upon the wall. I'm watching shadows dance and slowly fall. The porcelain is warm against my hand, lost in the quiet of this lonely land. I stir the leaves and watch them settle deep into the promises we couldn't keep. Midnight tea leaves floating in the dark, a dying flame that barely holds a spark. The steam is rising, vanishing in air, a silent witness to my deep despair. The room is filled with echoes of your name. I'm trying hard to douse the hidden flame. The house is sleeping silent, see a reflection of the ghost you left with me. Midnight tea leaves floating in the dark, a dying flame that barely holds a spark. The steam is rising, vanishing in air, a silent witness to my deep despair. Don't ask me why I sit here in the night, hiding from the harshness of the morning light. Between the warmth and all the bitter chill, my heart is standing perfectly, achingly still. Midnight tea leaves floating in the dark, a dying flame that barely holds a spark. The steam is rising, vanishing in air, a silent witness to my deep despair. I hold the ceramic with both of my hands, tracking the rhythm of the shifting sands. The water inside was boiling before, watching how the shadows hit the bottom floor. Now the white surface is dropping the heat, where the original promises and the end meet. It's not really hot and it's not really cold, answering the stories that will never be told. It's the warmth of a lukewarm mug, degree by degree, watching how the vulnerability starts to sink in me. A minor temperature and a minor sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No sharing the liquid and no keeping the glow, just the shrinking vibration of the things we know. The thermal decline is total in a design, reflecting the pressure on your destiny and mine. We shared the hot flavor on a wintry night, before the sudden shorting of the hallway light. Now the lukewarm stagnation is steady and pure, a stationary treatment that will finally endure. I press the clay body close to my chest, listening to the silence coming out of the west. Don't drink the liquid, don't let the heat drop. The honesty is hidden when the movements all stop. Between the first boil and the cold of the wall, I am finding the redemption in the center of the fall. It's the warmth of a lukewarm mug, degree by degree, watching how the vulnerability starts to sink in me. A minor temperature and a minor sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No sharing the liquid and no keeping the glow, just the shrinking vibration of the things we know. brick wall under the night, in the dim reflections of the regular light. The brickwork is narrow and the brickwork is tall. Nowhere to run and no place to fall. I can hear the rhythm of the shoe leather sound, moving away from the stony ground. The volume is dropping with every small beat, answering the silence of the empty street. It's fading footsteps in the alley, thud by thud, answering the exit and the original flood. A acoustic departure and an acoustic sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No matching the pace and no turning around, just the shrinking echo of the solitary sound. The distance is growing in a linear design, reflecting the pressure on your destiny and mine. We walk through the century on a saturated morn, before the realization that the fabric was torn. Now the separation is steady and pure, stationary treatment that will finally endure. I listen until the vibrations are gone, waiting for the heavy approach of the dawn. Don't follow the noise, don't let the walk stop. The dignity is hidden when the temperatures drop. Between the first step and the silence of the hall, I am understanding every second of the fall. It's fading footsteps in the alley, thud by thud, answering the exit and the original flood. An acoustic departure and an acoustic sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No matching the pace and no turning around, just the shrinking echo of the solitary sound.
The bench is made of iron and the bench is so cold, answering the stories that will never be told. I sit under the plastic canopy frame, whispering the vowels of your regular name. The street is deserted, the traffic is slow, reflecting the patterns of the things that I know. A single red light is blinking ahead, answering the sentences that you never said. It's a long wait at the bus stop, coach by coach, watching the headlamps as they slowly approach. A street side delay and a street side sort of rest, filling up the vacancy inside my vest. No riding together and no finding the seat, just the cold asphalt where the solitudes meet. The timetable is outdated on the metal post, walking with the shadow of the original ghost. We caught like the late transit on a sunny afternoon, before the realization that the end was coming soon. Now the stagnation is steady and pure, a stationary treatment that will finally endure. I watch the exhaust of the vehicles pass, thinking of the fragility of the glass. Don't step off the curb, don't let the pacing stop. The dignity is hidden when the temperatures drop. Between the first block and the end of the line, I am finding the boundary of your world and mine. It's a long wait at the bus stop, coach by coach, watching the headlamps as they slowly approach. A street side delay and a street side sort of rest, filling up the vacancy inside my vest. No riding together and no finding a seat, just the cold asphalt where the solitudes meet.
The ocean is gray and the ocean is white, casting cold bubbles on the shoreline side. My boots leave a deep mark along the flat coast, walking with the shadow of the original ghost. The impressions are clear in the dark, heavy earth, answering the value of the original word. I look back behind me to see where I step, answering the secrets that I actually kept. It's footprints on the wet sand, step by step, tracking the boundary that the water swept. A hollow outline and a hollow sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No walking together and no matching the stride, just the cold washing of the oncoming tide. The indentation sinks in a linear design, mirroring the patterns of your destiny and mine. We ran by the breakers a summer ago, watching the foam and the white ripples grow. Now the erosion is steady and pure, a stationary treatment that will finally endure. I watch the next wave smooth the surface away, answering the questions of the fading day. Don't stop the water, don't let the shore freeze. The dignity is hidden in the moving breeze. Between the first mark and the level flat floor, I am understanding the unopened door. It's footprints on the wet sand, step by step, tracking the boundary that the water swept. A hollow outline and a hollow sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my
is propped open wide, showing the long row of the ivory inside. I look at the surface of the black and the white, in the dim reflections of the afternoon light. A fine gray powder is covering the board, exactly where the fingers used to strike the chord. The strings are all silent, the pedals are still, answering the ticking of the iron will. It's dust on the piano keys, note by note, like a silent sentence in a heavy coat. A gray accumulation and a gray sort of rest, filling up the vacancy inside my vest. No playing the song and no making the sound, just the settled evidence on the quiet ground. The sediment is heavy in a linear design, mirroring the patterns of your destiny and mine. We played the sweet verses in the middle of May, before the quick stripping of the fading day. Now the immobility is steady and pure, a stationary treatment that will finally endure. I reach out a finger, but I do not press, thinking of the music that we used to possess. Don't wipe the ivory, don't let the dust fly. The dignity is hidden from the unprotected eye. Between the first melody and the end of the score, I am understanding the unopened door. It's dust on the piano keys, note by note, like a silent sentence in a heavy coat. A gray accumulation and a gray sort of rest, filling up the vacancy inside my vest. No playing the song and no making the sound, just the settled evidence on the quiet ground. Left the wooden frame open wide, watching the curtain swing from side to side. A sudden shiver runs across my skin, answering the quietness that grows within. The sun is setting behind the gray block, listening to the clicking of the silver clock. There is a chill in the middle of the room, bringing the first shadow of the evening gloom. It's a cold breeze through the window, chill by chill, finding the resistance of the iron will. A sharp movement and a sharp sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No staying warm and no locking out the air, just the cold reminder that you are not there. draft is constant in a linear design, reflecting the pressure on your destiny and mine. We stood by this glass when the autumn was bright, before the sudden shorting of the hallway light. Now the low temperature is steady and pure, a stationary treatment that will finally endure. I watch the thin fabric flutter and shake, answering the rhythm of the original lake. Don't slide the latch, don't let the air stop. The dignity is hidden when the degrees drop. Between the first gust and the dark of the hall, I am finding the redemption in the center of the fall. It's a cold breeze through the window, chill by chill, finding the resistance of the iron will. A sharp movement and a sharp sort of rest, filling up the empty space inside my vest. No staying warm and no locking out the air, just the cold reminder that you